The next script we're going to look at is called LaOla. It is also motion graphics oriented and is similar to key transfer, but does things a little bit differently than key transfer. Key transfer actually takes the key information data and transfers it over to the selected object. In this case, what it does is it creates a live connection between the objects so that whatever you change on one object automatically transfers over to the other object, and you're really just setting up a series of delays. This one's a little trickier to use, but once you get it set up properly, it does some pretty interesting things. So I could actually choose any one of these objects, but it helps to actually select an object that's close to where you're working. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and choose this object. Actually, no, I'm going to choose this object here in the middle. And let's see, let's make sure I can remember where it is. Okay, so it's that one right there. And we'll go ahead and select everything else, but deselect that one and add it to the selection. So box 192 is going to control all of those other boxes to do whatever it is that we want them to do. And now we're going to go ahead and set the properties. So this is pretty interesting. We can do position, rotation, scale, modifiers. Having animated modifiers is kind of an interesting thing to set up. We'll just go ahead and leave position and rotation for right now, and we'll go ahead and copy that over to the slaves. Let's do that one more time to reset the rotation. Okay, so now we have it moved over. Now, it also creates modifiers on our objects here. So if I go in and say a -240 and I move it, it's going to look like it's not really doing anything, right? It's just moving everything all at once, and that's not really what I want to do. The way this works is since the delay is involved, we actually need to have a temporal shift in our scene so that it can calculate the difference in time. And it also helps to turn on auto key, whether we're going to animate the key or not. And now when I move it, you can see that it is moving around. I have a bunch of different things going on, and it's not really moving in the order that I want to do it. So I want to choose sort by distance. So I'll choose sort by distance this time, and I'll go ahead and say OK to that, and process the modifier. We'll reset the rotation again. And so now we have this up here. We'll set our transfer to -300, for example. And now when I move it, you can see that it's moving the objects based on the proximity to my original master object that's moving. And since this is all keyframeable, whether I can change controllers, I can do whatever I want. So for example, I can come in here, pull it out, rotate it, do any type of animation that I want. And it's really interesting, and it's going to, as long as I have enough time on the timeline, it'll transfer all that animation out. So it's really a very interesting way to transfer animation in a sequence from one series of objects to another.